Hey, hello guys. I just reached Bangalore International Airport, Terminal 2 for my flight to Sweden. I just arrived here by a cab, and the first thing to do here is to empty up my water bottle. I'm not supposed to carry more than 100 ml of liquid into the flight, so I'm just emptying up my bottle so that I can fill in this bottle with water from the water dispenser available inside. Next is to find a trolley from the place where I just got down from the cab. So I could find a trolley from here and I placed my luggage onto this. With the luggage on the trolley, I have just reached the entrance security check. I had to display my boarding pass and the passport. So this was checked and I was allowed to get into the building. And as per my boarding pass, it says I will have to reach the counter D26 to D35 to drop in my check-in baggage. So I found the board D over here, and from here I can see there are counters from D26 to D35. I could use any of these counters to check in my bag, and I chose the first one. As per the limit allowed, I was planning for a 23 kgs of a big trolley and a 8 kgs of a cabin trolley and a laptop bag with me. But the Lufthansa airline staff here was kind enough to check in the cabin baggage along with the check-in baggage. So I just now have to carry the laptop bag on my back into the flight, and I don't have to worry about two of my baggages now. Once my check-in baggage has been deposited here, I was then handed over with my boarding pass. So here I had two boarding pass for the reason that I don't have a direct flight. Instead, I'll be traveling from Bangalore to Munich, that is in Germany, and from Munich to Sweden. This boarding pass did have a sticker at its back which gave information about my checked-in baggages. After getting rid of my check-in baggages, I now need to move towards the international departure section. So there is this entrance gate wherein I have to scan my boarding pass. I have used my first boarding pass which says Bangalore to Munich to get access through this gate. It's now time for the passport or immigration check. So for this I have to have the boarding pass, passport and the Sweden RP card or the residence permit card handy with me. The officer does check all this information post confirming all the details. He has given me access to get through another gate. So finally the passport control check has been completed. It's now time for a security check. Now you will have to remove all the gadgets and metal items from your body as well as from your cabin baggage. Place it onto the tray and send it through the security check conveyor belt. At this stage, a security personnel will physically examine your body for any security threat. Post completion of all security checks, it's time for me to move towards the departure gate. And from here I was able to see the board which gave me direction towards the departure gates. I checked my boarding pass and it said C02 was the designated gate. As I was navigating towards the gate, I was able to see the beauty of this airport. This airport is indeed one of the beautiful airports in terms of its look, feel and architecture. It was really marvelous seeing this. Looking through all the boards and directions available, I was navigating myself towards gate C2. After walking for around 5 to 10 minutes, I have finally reached the C2 bay. So this is the passenger waiting lounge where passengers are requested to wait for the final calls from the airline staff. As I was waiting for my flight call, I was able to see a charging port right beside my seat. I thought of utilizing this to charge my mobile. This is the time when the airline staff sends out an announcement asking the passengers to form a line to board the flight. You are supposed to have your boarding pass handy because that will be scanned to get an access through the gate. Usually the boarding starts 45 minutes prior to the departure time. The flight from Bangalore to Munich has now taken off and it's a 9 hours and 35 minutes journey from here. This flight has now landed in Germany on Munich airport. It's now time for us to get on from this flight and board the connecting flight. At this moment, you don't have to worry about your check-in baggages as that will be handled by the airline staff to move them from the current flight to the connecting flight. When you're traveling from a non-European country to an European Union country via another European Union country as a transit point, then make sure that you have at least 2 hours as the transit time. In my case, it was just 1 hour and I was in risk of missing my connecting flight. Post getting down from the first flight, there is a security check, and this is a thorough security check which is very stringent and a slow process. As I was running late for my flight, I had to request all my fellow passengers if they could allow me to bypass the queue, and they were all very cooperative. As this transit point was a European Union country, I also had to pass through the passport control check here. While all this is happening on Terminal 1, I was supposed to go to the Terminal 2 where my connecting flight is waiting for me. To travel to Terminal 2, I had to take the shuttle train service from the basement of Terminal 1, and it is just a single stop from here. As I had already told, I was running really late for my flight. I had to literally run towards Terminal 2 gate number G07. After getting down from the shuttle train on Terminal 2, I had to take a lift to the 4th floor, and then I had to run for another 2 minutes, or it's basically a walking distance of 5 minutes. I just reached my departure gate just in time, and from here there was a bus which was supposed to take all the passengers to the place where the flight is ready to be boarded. After traveling for nearly 10 minutes on this bus, we have finally reached the place where our flight is waiting for us. All of us started moving from the bus to the flight, and this flight is supposed to fly for next 2 to 2.5 hours from Germany to Sweden. Unlike the first flight, this is a smaller one. The flight from Munich to Sweden is all set for a takeoff now. Post a flight journey of 2 hours 30 minutes, finally we have landed on Sweden, the Arlanda airport, which is situated near Stockholm. As the passport control check or the immigration check was completed in Germany, the same check will not be conducted here in Sweden during the same flight. It is now time for us to claim our check-in baggages that was checked in during our flight in Bangalore. You just need to look out for the baggage claim area board and head towards this place. When you arrive at the baggage claim area, you will be able to see a big display board having the number of your flight as well as the track number where your baggage is going to arrive. While you're waiting for your baggage to arrive, you can make sure that you have a trolley in place so that you can load all your luggages onto the single trolley and take it out. Look out for your check-in baggages that is arriving on the conveyor belt. When you see yours, pull it out and just re-verify the tag with your name. After taking all your luggages, you can move the trolley towards the exit. While you move towards the exit, you will be able to see multiple stalls wherein you will be able to purchase the transportation card or the so-called SL card, which will be very helpful for you to take the public transportation services. You will also be able to find a stall to purchase a SIM. So Leica is one of the telecom operator here in Sweden. You can also buy the transportation or the SL card from Prasbrain. I usually prefer taking Sky City exit, and for the people who are taking the Sky City exit, this is the last point where you can take the trolley. And from here you will have to pull out your luggage onto the conveyor belt escalator to take them outside. I'm now out from the airport building and I am heading towards the Sky City bus stop that I see right in front of me. This is the Sky City bus stop from where I will be able to get a bus to the Märsta station. I got into the bus number 579 and it takes 10 minutes for me to travel from here to the Märsta station. This is the SL card or the transportation card used to access the bus service. After traveling for 10 minutes in the bus, I have now reached the Märsta station. I'll be able to get a train to Stockholm city from here. This train is going to take 60 minutes to travel from the Märsta station to Stockholm city. Well, in my case, I will have to travel to Södertälje, which is again another 30 minutes from Stockholm city. After traveling for 90 minutes in the train, we have finally reached the Södertälje Centrum railway station, and from here I'll have to take a bus and travel for another 10 minutes to reach my destination. After traveling for another 10 minutes in the bus, I have got on at my destination. I will now have to drag my heavy luggages over the ice for another 200 meters to reach my house. If you find this video to be very informative, please do support me by your like, share and subscribe. We will meet you in the next video. Until then, thank you. Bye bye. Signing off, Ayappa.